We mean this way.
Yeah, 'cause good evening and welcome to another episode of Dissect. I go by the name of Novelist.
And I am Jewel.
And of course, we have a special guest with us tonight. Yeah, we're sitting kind of close, intimate, and ting in the same room. But we have a special guest with us tonight, and we're not going to waste no time. We're going to get right into it. This man has 5 Juno Awards. This man been in the business for over 16, 20 years, maybe even 20 years, but over 16 years for sure.
Sure.
This man have given us hits after hits after hits out here in Toronto. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dissect for the first time, the man Exco Levi.
Yo, listen, thank you very much for having me. How are you guys doing?
Good. How's everything with you?
Yeah, giving thanks, you know what I mean?
Nice.
Giving thanks for life.
Nice. Well, thank you for joining us.
It is a pleasure having you with us tonight. Honestly. So we're trying something new, as you can see. We are in the studio together. So we're up close and intimate with Exco, and we're just gonna start it off. So Exco.
Esco.
Yeah, man.
First of all, how did this whole reggae vibe come about? Is this like something from birth, or is this something that you just pick up long?
Well, I'm 42 years old this year, you know, and the older I get, I get to realize, you know what I mean, that everyone who born on this earth was born for a purpose, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Some people born to be a mechanic, some people born to be a whatever, tailor, you know what I mean? The best way to explain it is, I was born in Jamaica in a place called Armands in Manchester, in the mountains, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, I grew with my grandmother, you know what I mean? When I start to understand myself and know and can identify words and colors, they used to tell me that my dad was a sound system DJ. You know what I mean? So they started telling me that, you know, they actually told me that my dad left from Clarendon to Manchester and a sound system when he was only 16 years old, and that's how he met my mom.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So all the time people have been saying, the chip will fall from the block.
Okay.
That mean, you know,
but the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
The apple, the same kind of concept.
Okay.
So, probably I can explain to you, you know what I mean, why my journey is like that. You know what I mean? And as I said, my dad was only 16 and my mom was only 17. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, getting older, 12, 13, 14, I used to sing all the time, and my grandmother is like, you make too much noise. You know what I mean? The ears, them grass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? These are what I used to hear from my grandmother, and everything would just sound like music when she used to send me to the grocery store. You know what I mean? I used to have the oil bottle. I used to pretend the cornfield are people like
live concert.
Yeah, in my subconscious mind.
Right.
As a young kid, I could see it. I could see myself doing it. I could picture a old cornfield that's people. You know what I mean? So I see it in my subconscious mind. You know what I mean? And basically, my entire life is deja vu because everything that happened now, I've been seeing it from a tender age growing up.
Okay.
So I hope you understand that it's just an inborn concept. You know?
Yes.
Nice.
Oh. Well, I know I always ask people, we love to ask people about where their name came from. So we know where your journey came from.
Yeah.
But let's find out where the name Exco came from.
Okay. When I used to go to school, I play a lot of soccer. I even play soccer now because I really love the game. You know?
Right.
So they used to call me Escobar.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
So after becoming a Rastafarian now and start to embrace the culture, I just get rid of the bar. I know bar make you drunk. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's ESCO, but the next artist in Jamaica go by the name Exco. Exco on left side.
Yeah.
So I just remove the S and put the X. So
Okay.
Exco, you know what I mean? And
Right.
Levi is my spiritual name, you know what I mean? I was
Okay.
born June, you know what I mean?
Okay.
High priest in the tribe, 12 tribe of Israel. So I would be the high priest in the tribe, you know what I mean? So that's where the Levi came from. So Exco
So
Levi.
since you were on the Levi tip, now I ask you what date? Because I'm a Levi, man.
7th, June 7th.
7?
Yeah.
Right, 7 days after you.
Yeah. So high priest, you know what I mean?
Right.
High priest in the tribe, you know?
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So what was some of the musical inspiration growing up?
You know, born in Jamaica, growing up in Jamaica, you know, you used to go to church every Sunday. So, I mean, I remember as a youth growing up, my grandma used to play the radio
Right.
every morning because she used to listen to the horoscope. Horoscope is basically a thing that they play on the radio in the morning time to let you know what the day will be like.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I know, and she tried to fathom who came up with those ideas. But my grandmother used to be so I think it's intuition, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Like some people intuitive and they can put things in perspective. So this is how your day is gonna be like.
Mhm.
So she used to listen to it every morning. So she used to keep the radio on all night, just not to miss horoscope 6 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was forced because I grew up in a one room.
Mhm.
One room, my grandmother would be over there with a curtain drawer.
Mhm.
Me and my sister and cousin would be on this bed there. So I would be hearing the radio from her side, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All night till we reach in the morning.
Yeah.
So I used to hear songs on the radio, songs like the tumbling pam 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 pam.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I used to hear Baltimore, yeah, by the tumbling. I used to hear Johnny Be Good Tonight by Peter Tosh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I used to hear all those songs on the radio, and I used to hear Lucky Dube, songs like
Mhm.
Hey Rastaman, Hey European,
Yeah.
let's come together as one. So going to church and you know what I mean, and conscious in some ways, I was led to the more conscious side
Right.
of the business, you know what I mean? Because I grew growing up in a Christian home, growing up in church, you know what I mean? So I was led to the more conscious part of my journey
Right.
of music, you know?
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes, I surprised. I didn't know they played Lucky Dube in Jamaica. That's
Yeah, man. Lucky Dube, as a youth, even when you see Lucky Dube every morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Those three songs that I mentioned just now is the first three reggae songs. As a kid, I remember hearing on the radio.
Growing up.
We hear the Bob there too, you know, Bob,
Yeah.
Peter, Lucky Dube.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the Jimmy Cliff, Benny Rivers to class.
Yes.
For sure.
I'm talking about late 80s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so those used to play on the radio every day. You know what I mean?
Vibes.
Yeah.
Well seasoned in the business.
Yeah.
You just by the names you call alone, like if somebody don't know who you are, but just by those names, Bob, Lucky Dube,
Yeah, man.
Peter Tosh,
Yeah.
that just tell you the level of
The level of
consciousness.
consciousness, yeah, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you mentioned your grandmother and the fact that she used to say you're making noise in the house. Was she able to hear your music and see the success that's come out of the noise that you were making in her house?
Yes, man. She just passed off last year, 2 years now.
May she
She
rest in
passed off. You know what I mean?
peace.
So she saw the journey.
Right.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And she called me Esco Levi.
Mm.
She said change from Devin, because Devin is my pet name.
Right.
Yeah.
She said Esco Levi, so she know. You know what I mean, it's even on YouTube where she said that she need t-shirts, and you know.
Okay.
So she was able to see the journey, and I was happy.
Yes.
I was able to show her, you know what I mean, that this little boy that he used to say I make too much noise, you know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
It turned into something, you know what I mean? And it's a revelation for me,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
just to know that what was up here as a youth growing up and what was in here,
Mhm.
it was
Right.
really true. I wasn't traveling in on anyone else's part. I was traveling on my part and continuing on my journey, you know what I mean?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she put some respect on your name before she passed.
Yeah,
Because she
yeah,
actually
yeah,
call
yeah.
you by your artist name,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, she did.
You hardly
Yeah.
find your parents to actually do
Yeah, I'm
that,
telling
right?
you. Yeah.
So she put some respect on the thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
man.
Nice. So I mentioned earlier that over 16 years in the business, right? And that I know for sure. But how many years in the business, though?
I would think that it's almost 20. No, I came to Canada 2005.
Mm.
I think I would say professionally from the year 2000.
From the year 2000.
Yeah, professionally.
Yeah.
Because as I said, I used to grow up in the church playing keyboard and all that, but like professionally going to studio, recording, doing demos. I would say the journey started from around the year 2000.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was what was that when you signed to VP Records, or that came after?
That came after. You know what I mean? Working with VP Records came to Penthouse Records somewhere around
Okay.
2012, 2013.
Mhm.
There. Yeah.
Nice.
I noticed she mentioned to me today that she's from Trinidad.
Yes.
I'm like, listen, Trinidad is
Yeah.
actually the first place I've traveled to.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, I love Trinidad. And
Yeah.
the year when I could remember about Trinidad in those times, I went to Trinidad 2003.
Mm-hmm.
Professionally, I started the business around the year 2000.
Yes.
I was in a studio one day in Mandeville, and this producer guy came and said, listen, I really like your talent. I'm planning to open a studio in Trinidad, and I want to take you there.
Okay.
So we lived in Trinidad for 1 year, you know what I mean? The San Fernando tour.
Yes.
The doubles and you know what I mean? But what I remember mostly about Trinidad, you know what I mean? Growing up in when I went to Trinidad in 2003, they used to call a thing name about a party that keep every Sunday night called Sunday School.
Yes.
Like this was the first time I ever saw like probably 200 Rastafarian playing roots music. I never used to see that in Jamaica.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because dancehall was dominant in Jamaica at that time. So
Yes.
you used to see that kind of vibe if you watch YouTube and saw some old like 80s,
Mm.
you know what I mean, 70s with back, but to see it like in real life, that they have sounds like Judah International, Naya Bingi, all the sounds in Trinidad in that time was Rasta sound.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was glorious to me. And
Yeah.
I think that's when I really accept the culture fully when I went to Trinidad, because I saw that it was a whole entire movement.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think that's when I stopped eating meat too. Because there are restaurants in Trinidad at the time, I don't know if it's the same thing, that sell all vegan food.
Ital.
Like
Yeah.
big,
Yeah.
lush restaurant. You know what I mean? Not a
Nice.
corner shop that sells us all vegan food.
Yeah.
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 So,
Right.
Yeah. You speak about that, and I remember myself actually being there in that year, 2003, being down there, going to that Sunday school as well.
yeah,
And
man.
great
It
experience.
was a
Yeah.
great experience. You know what I mean? You saw something like what I saw in Trinidad 2003 is what I saw in Europe now. Like the level of consciousness. I don't know if it's the same. I know that things change. But when I went there, it was my cultural, you know what I mean, vibe awakening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm like, whoa, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
I've only flew over Trinidad. So we stayed there for about an hour.
Yeah. Trinidad is
You gotta go.
Yeah.
I just eat 2 doubles today too.
Yeah?
Yo, I love it. Yeah, I love Trinidad.
Trying to get my husband on that tip.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't know if Joe will tell you about a game we play like closer to the end of the show. So that'll be one of the questions I'll put in there.
We
Doubles
talk
and
about
that
Trinidad and the experience. Yeah, there's a game. Yeah, so the game at around 7:50 or so, we play a game called Quick Hitters, where we ask the guests questions and they answer quickly, and we're trying to get better at it, right?
Right.
We're trying to
We're trying to. But
yeah.
20 years or over 20 years professionally, how many studio albums recorded?
I 3.
3.
Yeah, no, I did 2 studio albums and I did a mixtape called Black Creek Mix,
Right.
which is more dance up your vibe. But my first album was in 2015. It's called Countryman, and that Countryman album was my experience growing up in the country.
Right.
So that same story that I was telling about my grandmother and the whole thing, that's my debut album produced by Penthouse Records.
Right.
And then in 2018, I did an album for Silly Walks out of Germany titled Narrative. So I would say 2 studio albums. I did a mixtape called Black Creek Mix. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm actually working on my 3rd studio album now.
Yeah.
In Jamaica. I just returned a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Putting the tracks together and all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to ask you about that, if you were working on something while you were there, or was that just a retreat and a kind of a vacation? for you, but you're working definitely.
It says verb day.
Work day.
Yeah.
So we have something to look for sometime
Yeah,
in the
man.
rest of the year.
Yeah. Certainly.
That's a vibe. That's a vibe. Any anybody interested or anybody of interest that working with you that we should know about or
Well, I work with other artists. I'm busy. I'm a very good friend. I told busy for years. You know what I mean? I'm looking for a combination. Because a combination with me and Charlie Black.
like,
Coming up soon. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of things in the pipeline. You know what I mean?
yeah, you are busy together. You said that and that would
Yeah.
sound nice, you know.
For real, man.
Yeah. That's a vibe. That's a vibe.
There is we have a couple clips set up. I know one was you were live in concert in Jamaica.
In Jamaica, that must be a long time ago.
It was 2014. It was what was that show called? You know what? People in the back. If you have that video queued up. 2014, I think it was.
Yeah.
2014. Yeah, so we'll look and see
Let's-
how you change,
The
evolved
journey.
over the years.
Yeah. Sometimes when you watch the journey, you feel your heart starts sweating.
Yeah.
Yeah, the show grow. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm on
Yeah.
the shape.
Yeah.
All right, so let's check out the video and we'll come back and dig in the thing a little bit more. All right, right back in a second.
Rebel salute. Okay, give thanks and praise for life. Rebel salute. Rhythm. All right then. Watch it, let me save this genre. Jazz, machine, reggae music, and me some artists just a chase like land. Who forget the cheese, some a fool for gunpowder. I don't really want to hear about them drama. Good music, we play at every corner. I go and burn them out like a blunt in my ring. Seal up me turban tight like a summer. See them say loud answer, forget the Eddie in a buckle. Drink and a wobble like a roman scaffold. I go and all of reggae music, just to Exco, Levi, my name. Alright, me tell you no. What them a boss say them a hit, man. Woo! I sing another hit, sir. But I preach drum and bass, and I know have the time to clean up. And we a tell them, say, what them a boss say them a hit. Oh, I sing another hit. Hey, we catch it. Rhythm. What's this now? Say them big but only in them headspace. Or in a small island, one sound man the plate. Pay a dirty life, them practicing at them domain. None of them no big like Missy and Romaine. Fire red, on the battlefield, no escape. If you boil your tongue or if you pants below your waist, boy. If you bleach rubber and not too red, you broke people place sorry. Alright now, I never hear tune a gang them a blur. Who have the most girl, who have the fatty. All of reggae music, gossa. Alright, me tell you, alright, boom. Whatever most of them I hit, man. I sing another hit, sir. But I have, me don't know one more time. Give me this. Say them a dupes, say them a dapper. Be a woman close, pack up in a them locker. Them more famous than Tupac and Big Papa. Can't lock us to if them no buy fire. Boom, I could have stole over a rock gun, man. And preaching and them have to put on them. Boom! Touch the stage about them. All over reggae, gossa. Alright then. Whatever most of them are in.
Nice.
Wow.
Niceness.
Long time ago.
Yeah.
What was that energy like?
It was good. Those times in Jamaica, it did nice. 2014, 2030. I had the rise of the Kabaka Pyramid, the Chronics, Exco, Levi, Ibamar. You know what I mean? It was a country. They call it reggae revival. But,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was a vibe those times. Things are different now. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Most definitely.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the crowd moving and
Yeah.
honestly, I can just imagine being there, like the energy level, how high it was, so yeah.
Definitely look like that. And you said, like we were talking in the back, and I think you said that was their second time.
Yeah.
Second time.
2012, 2013, 2014.
2014. Nice. So you guys, if you don't know what Exco Levi, trust me, you're slipping. And we have a video where we'll show later on. It's actually a big tune. And you said you've been nominated for that tune.
Yeah.
As well.
Awards, yeah.
I mentioned 5 awards.
Yes.
But how many nominees because nominees is a big deal.
Yeah, I think this is my 10th nomination.
The 10.
Wow.
Yeah, this year.
You halfway. That's blessed.
My
Yes.
10th nomination.
That is blessed. A lot of people like they bypass the nominees, but to me the
No,
nominees
to
is
be
a big deal.
nominated is good. You know?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people submitted. So for you to nominate, it's only 4 people.
Right.
Yeah,
Out
yeah.
of 20 people,
Yeah.
30
Yeah.
people
Yeah,
submitted.
true.
You know what I mean? So to be
Yes,
nominated, and then guess what? A person like me who I mentioned earlier to come from Manchester, Jamaica.
Right.
You know
Mm.
what I mean? And to
Mhm.
be, nominated 10 times, I won 5 times.
Right.
But something was when I just migrated to Canada, I used to watch the Junior Award. I didn't know nothing about the Junior Award
Yeah.
Yeah.
before I come to Canada.
Mm.
So when I used to watch it on TV, I used to saw the Shania Twain and the Celine Dion. I never
Yeah.
know that there was a place for me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So just to walk those podiums and nominated in a first world country as Canada, it's really a plus for me. And it's also validate
Yeah.
my journey.
Yeah, of
You know what I mean?
course. Of course.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah, I use this phrase this week. Hard work pays off.
Mhm.
And it's so true. Hard work does pay off. And and you proved it 10 times.
You're right.
10 times plus, those are the only ones that have been recognized like internationally so far, but 10 times.
Yeah.
We need to put more, we need to put more of our people out there in the front.
Of course. Of course.
We need to
100.
make it mainstream now,
100. But do you remember that, like, okay, because you said something then, and I was sitting there like, we both said something, and I was sitting there like, for real. You actually don't see the journey, but you look back on it, and then you see like, oh man, I did this.
Mhm.
But you actually don't. Sometimes you don't actually see it happening, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I know this is going back like maybe 10 years, but do you remember that first moment when you get a call and said that you were nominated for a Juno?
I don't remember the nomination, but I remember my first win.
Right.
That's 2013. 2013. Yeah. I was in Europe. I was in Berlin. I was just getting ready to go on the stage. I know Europe is 6 hours ahead
Mhm.
of us. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I received a call just before I went on stage. You know what I mean? This was my first time going to Europe. Doing Benny's Jones. We are so rest in peace.
Mhm.
My manager for 15 years. She called me. She said, "Listen, you've just won the Juno Awards."
Yes.
You know what I mean? It when you tell me, I'm like, what? But I'm not surprised because, as I said, my entire life is deja vu.
Right.
Yeah.
I could only see greatness as a youth growing up and know that I
Nice.
do well in this thing. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a big difference in loving something and having a passion for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And music is a jealous thing. Music is like a woman.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
true.
If you don't spend a lot of time with it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Left you.
they're left.
That's
You know what I
right.
mean? So
That's true.
I know that I've invested my time and my effort over the years. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And I'm passionate about it. So
Yeah.
when she told me that, she also said to me that she said, "Listen, I've been promoting shows and promoting the culture here in Canada for almost 40 years,
Right.
Yeah.
and I don't know no reggae artists who have won the Juno Award one time when people could still talk about them the other year. They
Mhm.
call him the Juno of Death, something like that. She phrase it.
Mm.
She said, once you win the Juno Award, nobody
That's
knows
it.
nothing about it."
Yeah.
And I laugh.
Right.
And she said, "Why you laugh?" She said, "Okay, I'll show you."
Yes.
And then I move on from 1 to 5 to nominated 10 times. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I remember that call, and even with my first Juno Award win, I never, because as I said, I was in Europe.
Right.
It's when I get my second nomination now, and I actually attended the Juno Award,
Yeah.
and I realized, and I saw the reaction of white people face when they actually won this award, and like that's when it started to register to me that Exco, this is not a simple thing. Then I check out the record of the Juno Award, it's 50 something years, just like the Grammy.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's when I do my own research and stuff. I'm like, oh, so these, you know what I mean? When I saw the reaction of taking care of business,
Yes.
all those big
Mhm.
rock and roll songs, and I saw the reaction of those people when they actually won or they
Yeah.
mentioned it, I'm like,
Yeah.
Exco. But that's when it started to come to me that Exco, this is not a simple thing. You know
Yeah.
what I
It's
mean?
not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
a simple thing,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's when I started to realize, Exco, you know what? You did well, And 2016, I was inducted in the Brampton Art Walk of Fame, where I received a star
Okay.
nice.
on the road downtown Brampton. But that now, that put a stamp up of approval.
Mhm.
That to me is
that's
different
it.
from a Grammy, from a Juno Award.
Right.
And you know what I
Yes.
mean? It shows that generations to come, my kids'
Yes.
will go downtown Brampton and saw
Yes.
Exco Levi and would say, this
Yeah.
is my great granddad. You know what I mean?
Right.
For real.
That is more monumental to me. And then again, it brings me back to my journey. Born in Manchester,
Mhm.
grandmother say you make too much noise, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So it always brings me back there, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think part of that is your humility and that you never forget where you came
I
from,
can.
right? And you not forgetting where you came from helped you to keep building upon who you are,
Yes.
right? So
Yes.
that has a lot to do
You
with
can
it.
never forget
You'll
where you
never
come
forget
from.
where you come
Never.
from.
Yeah, the Juno. Well, I look at the Juno as the Canadian Grammy Awards, and I think, I'm not trying to bash nothing, but the only reason why them so big because everybody just stick up in the US.
Yeah.
the
The American dream.
That's it.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
But the Juno is a big deal, and congratulations on 10 nominees, and congratulations on 5 wins. And I know you're gonna
Yes.
win more.
Yes.
You know what I
Yes.
mean? So, it is what, half an hour after the hour.
Yes.
We are halfway through the show,
Yeah.
and you are watching Dissect. Whatever channels you got it locked in, please subscribe to the channel or follow the channel that you got it locked in as well. We're sitting here talking to Exco Levi about the whole journey, and it's an amazing story so far. There's a number that goes across the screen if you guys want to get involved and ask any questions. You could do so WhatsApp or even voice note. All right, so definitely do that. The near future. What?
No, I just want to show that video.
Oh, you
Go ahead.
All right, then let's get to the next video then.
You want to get to that?
Yeah, I want to see the music video. Yeah, show the music video. Can we
You
do
know
that?
what? So this year for the Junos and the nomination that Esco was nominated for is Jala.
Big tune.
And I saw it and I was like, that video, just the beginning of the video and him just
Lay down.
laying down and just like, yes. You know what? Let's show the audience.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Let's get to that video.
Safe and sound. Safe and sound, yeah. Jah love, that is all I need. Jah love, only it can set I feel. Jah love, that is all I need. Jah love. Well, if I never Jah, I don't know where would I be. I don't know what would become of me when pagans wanna hurt me. They know me not deserve it. Me know say me no worthy. For your goodness and your mercies, you are me company when I'm lonely. Everybody have their story, but for me, Jah love, that is all I need. Jah love, only it can set I feel. Jah love, that is all I need. Jah love.
Nice. And that was Jah Love by the man Exco Levi. That's a big
Yes.
tune, you know.
Big,
Yeah, I love that song.
big tune.
What's the inspiration behind that tune? If you don't mind me asking?
You see, my songs, them, I've written so many songs, you know what I mean? Sometimes someone send you a rhythm,
Mhm.
and the rhythm will tell you something, you know what I mean? And some case, you have to tell the rhythm something.
Mm-hmm.
Conversation.
So this song, the rhythm just basically tell me something that it just deserves a song like this.
Yeah.
Like the mood and the rhythm and the vibe, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
you know, so this one came on the wings of the wind.
Nice.
You know, if you know what I mean. That doesn't come naturally, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know in noticing your songs, you're always giving praise to Jah. You know, you give praise to Jah, and that has a lot to do with your success as well.
Yeah, man.
You know, so
You know, tell you, Levi is a high priest.
right,
High
high
priest.
priest,
Yeah,
high
you have
priest.
to always,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, always. But on a regular, do you write your songs on a regular?
Well, back in the days, when I just started out in this business, I used to just write song every day. Like I have to write 2 songs today. I don't really do that much now. With so much things going on.
Right.
Because when I realized that most of my songs, I have 3 songs in movies, and those are songs that just came naturally.
Nice.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So I just kind of stopped forcing myself to write.
Right.
Mhm.
I just let it come naturally.
Mhm.
And I said something, you listen to a track and the track is telling you something.
Yeah.
Or if an idea come to me, I would just write down words in a poetic form.
Right.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And then listen to the rhythm, I would just turn the poem into a melody, and became a song. It's a song, you know what I mean? That's what I do my thing. So it's all about being inspired in different scenarios. Sometimes the rhythm tell you something, something you have a poem, some words type out, jalop, jalop. Then when you hear the rhythm, you just formulate those words into a melody. A melody is what makes it a song.
Facts.
Everything is actually a poet. You know what I mean? A poetry.
Right. Right. And do you use the same is it called
Producer.
I like producer. Do you use the same producer every time you go into the studio, or is there different types of producers?
Most of these songs is recorded by me because I have a certificate in music production. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I have my own studio. Like most of these vocals is done by me.
Right.
I took my own vocals.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I record, I make beats. You know what I mean? I wrote songs for people and all that.
That was actually going to be one of my questions. Do you write for people?
Yeah, right. I write for people. You know what I mean?
So
I wrote for people who won the Juno Awards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is a ghostwriter thing, or you can mention?
It's not really ghost. I wouldn't put a ghost, but it's a live writer.
It's a live writer.
Yeah.
A hidden writer.
Yeah, it's a live writer. But I've written songs that won Juno Awards for other artists. Other artists come and say, let's go. I have this really many song, and they don't give the credit, but it's okay. We do it for the love. You know what I mean? But I actually own percentage of those songs.
Okay.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? Yeah.
Well, they see a 10-year Juno
They want
mention, so they want a piece of the pie, right? So I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
Hey, Juno.
But hey, give the man credit.
That's important.
That's
That's important. And that's something that we speak about all the time,
Yeah.
about the business of music and how unfair it could be sometimes. And because of our hearts, we're so trusting of other people that we give and give and give, and then we don't get what we deserve in return. So you know what? But you have that star that nobody can take. You have your Junos, and you have a talent. You have everything in here, the knowledge that they're coming for.
Yeah.
So
what makes me think, like, okay, yeah, Junos is a big deal, and we said that already. But now the stars are a bigger deal because everybody's gonna see this right there, right?
Yeah.
It makes you feel like that you belong.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, the star is a big deal. I got lost in my question. I was gonna ask.
I was gonna say that that the city of Brampton is now, like, I love Mayor Brown. He's recognizing a lot of Black talent, Black people, and he's making it literally a stamp in Brampton. So kudos to him for that. And do you do anything locally with the city of Brampton, or are you?
No. I'm planning to. This year I'll be keeping my first festival. It's called High Priest Music Festival.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's happening on the 26th of May, downtown Toronto, 1175 Dundas Street.
Right.
I mean, as I said, this is the first year, so I'm planning in the future working with the cities. You know what I mean? And moving to Brampton or wherever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a long time dream of mine
Right.
to have my own reggae music festival.
Nice.
And I think this year is the inaugural year. It's the first year,
Right.
and I'm just looking for it to go to higher heights and deeper depths. You know what I mean?
Okay, so we gotta pump that May
Oh, yeah, for sure.
26th.
May 26th.
We will be
IPC
there.
Live music.
Nice.
Yeah.
What some of the artists that we could
But this year we're gonna have Cairo McLean. Cairo McLean is the youngest Juno Award winner here. He's a two-time Juno Award winner. You know what I mean? We're gonna have ISOS. You know what I mean?
Right.
Me with my band. You know what I mean? So you're gonna have a group, so it's all live. If you have live roots music,
Yeah.
Yep.
My festival is the place to be. I mean,
Mhm.
the 26th of May, downtown Toronto.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guess can miss that.
Yeah. You know what? I went to tag you on something. I think it was on TikTok, and I went to Exco, and it came up High Priest,
Yeah.
like music festival, and I was like, "Is there such a thing?" Like I didn't even know
Yeah.
that this was happening. So now I know, and I'll be tagging it everywhere.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, and can't wait for that.
Yeah, well, I've been hearing Esco talk about it on his IG live
Okay.
for the past week. So
Well, when I go on to see you, he's always like he jumps on quickly and comes
No,
out.
listen,
Just
I realize with my IG, I can't find nobody to solve this problem. Whenever I'm on my IG for 3 minutes, my audio went off.
oh yeah,
I don't know, this been happening for years, and I've been emailing them. So sometimes somebody says, "I'm not hearing," you have to just close it.
right. That's that.
I don't know what caused it. 'Cause
Yeah.
every time I go on my IG, as it reach, like I'm in the 2 minutes. If I'm interacting with somebody,
Yeah.
it don't go. But as long as I'm
It's
there
on
by
live.
myself,
Yeah, I wonder what that's about.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's
It's
that's
weird.
that's weird.
Some kind of weird sabotage. I don't know.
Right?
Yeah.
You're right.
So that's why sometimes when you jump on, I have to come off because they are
Okay.
texting me that they're not hearing the audio, and I can't find. I've been emailing them. I've been asking questions. That I respond.
Right.
I think I probably YouTube it tonight to see
To see
if
what
everybody has the same problem.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
weird.
that is weird because I do IG lives
Mhm.
all the time and don't have that issue.
Yeah, just check out audio gone.
Yeah.
So we're working on the new album.
Mhm.
You're a producer. I know it came back to my head why you have the star. You're a producer, you're a writer, you have 10 nominees, you have 5 awards, man. Anyway, so you're working on the new stuff. You are your own producer, but you said you're working in Jamaica.
Yeah, I work with Penthouse Records, but Penthouse, that I'm enjoying Penthouse. That's my first album was with them.
Right.
And my second album with Silly Wax from Germany. This white guy from Hamburg, Germany. They're the one who produced songs like Smile Jamaica and all that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I did an album for them. This album now is produced by Penthouse Records and me.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So
Right.
I was in Jamaica. I did all the tracks of Penthouse live music. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? I'd done the vocal there. But apart from that, I produce songs that my vibe, my studio, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I also produce other artists to write songs for other artists.
Nice. So we're looking for a label sometime in the future.
Well, that
something
the
like
artist
that.
label, music label, yeah,
Yeah.
we've been out there, you know.
Okay, nice. Nice.
Well, I want to know, like, sometimes your work, like you mentioned earlier, that your music is like your woman kind of thing, right? How do you deal with your music and life? Like, because you gotta put that energy, and your woman. How you gotta put your energy into your music. So, does it interfere with personal life? You know, like.
Well, let's put it this way: it takes a special kind of woman to be with a musician. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Facts.
Yeah, because woman sometimes can be difficult. Remember, Lionel Richie leave music for 15 years
Yeah.
to spend time with the woman,
Mhm.
and then they end up break up after that. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? You know,
I hear
you
you.
cannot spend enough time with the woman.
Yes, we want more.
Yeah, you always want more time. So, it's like a very special kind of woman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To actually deal with a musician, knowing that they're
Yeah.
probably not going to be there sometime. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So not everybody can deal with musician, can
Yeah.
date a musician. You know what I mean?
That's
For
true.
me, you know, when it comes to life, I just try my best to free mentally. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? And as I said, music become a part of you. It just become a second nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you don't really interfere with my life.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Per se, I just know that listen, let's go. You have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this, you know what I mean? But music become a second nature to me because that's what you love, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Right.
Mhm.
So I don't interfere with my life in general like that.
I like that. I like that explanation because, you know, yeah, and any good woman would understand that this is your passion. This is putting bread on the table,
Yeah.
butter on the table,
Mhm.
roof over your head.
Buying the table.
Right.
So you gotta humble yourself, right? So I like that. Yeah, yeah.
Not everybody's has that kind of backbone. You know?
I'm telling you, yeah.
So, yeah, kudos. But that's good. And you know, that's that's a good support system. When your woman is in line with you, you know,
Yeah,
that's a good support
when
system.
both energies are aligned same place.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
So
yeah.
that's
That's
vibes.
very important.
So it is 7:50, and we have one more video to show, don't we? Do we?
Yeah, we do. We
Yeah.
do. We have one more video to show. Listen, when we were trying to figure out which videos to select.
All right.
There were so many to choose from.
She wanted
And
to
it
show
was-
everything.
I wanted to show every video, but we couldn't. So we chose, a few, 3 videos for the time that we have. So we have another video to show you, and it's when Exco was performing at CBC Music Festival in 2018. Let's show that video.
We cannot sleep, my angel, no one to shake it. God never cool up if we wake it. Ready to roll out him leather belt. Lick from all angles on the pagan them ability. Clarity always in a motion, transmitting timbre. We don't know commotion. Station like every police gonna bet. My judge your eyes and watch over my head. Shall not sleep. Him done to the move. When he put them a major. Shall not sleep, no, yeah. Him done to the move. Listen up. Well, all the girl, you see them a go on. Just alone, them make them go on, yeah. Time longer than rope. Give them no plenty chance, tight round them throat. Me tell you what, no need no glass, no cataract to judge a pupil. Sit down and watch evil people. One like a them a blow breath, watch them a ball. Just not sleep, no, yeah. Him dance to the moon. When he
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
We're getting a little feed on the whole performance you guys were watching there. So that's crazy.
Yeah,
That-
it's crazy stuff. crazy stuff. If you put 2018 CBC Music Festival,
right.
you would never see a next performer for 2018. That's only us. And it was all major artists from across Canada there.
Wow.
But when we done perform this show, the big storm downtown Toronto.
Yeah.
Nobody perform. Everybody have to run.
Wow.
Jana sleep.
So Exco was the act
Yep.
for CBC Music
If you go on
Festival.
their website, my performance is the only performance done for 2018.
Wow.
That's amazing, man. So I mentioned we a game earlier. Time runs quick.
Fly fast.
Yeah, they always.
I wish the hour could fly this fast when you're on an
You
airplane.
know?
You know
Oh
what
my
I mean?
God.
When you're on a plane, I would wish.
Lord.
Yeah.
So all right, we have a game called Quick Hitters. Hopefully you're a good sport and do it.
Hopefully, my brain.
Well, you don't have to use too much brain muscle.
Mhm.
It's one of those things where the question come in and the first answer that come into your head,
Mhm.
you just say it. So I know Joel probably have a whole heap of questions because she's been training to get her thing
Yeah.
Yeah.
properly.
Yeah.
So I'll save her some time
Um,
and I can go with the first question. If that's
Right.
right.
We can do that.
All right.
We can do that. But
But
although we said it's this time, we started a little bit late with our show. So we have some more time with our guests.
okay,
So we'll play the game, but we still have some more time. We have like 17 minutes or so.
we have. Oh, well,
Yeah.
okay, my bad.
So
So yeah, I'm gonna go.
yeah, you go first.
All right. I know where the passion is, but just to give Joel some time.
So you're gonna ask me the question and I'm gonna answer.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we ask, you are supposed to give a quick answer, and then we're supposed to come back with another question right after that.
Okay.
All right. So you did mention at the beginning of the show you love doubles and you had doubles today. Question: doubles or roti?
That was
Damn, that was easy.
Yeah, it should be doubles or party. Doubles or
That question been asked a lot on the internet. I was watching the video last time.
Yeah.
And this Trinidad guy, I said,
Yeah.
like the question was asking like, doubles are yeah, no, doubles are nothing. Doubles are nothing.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Or soca or reggae. Soca.
Yeah, Trinidad must have spoiled it.
Yeah.
Soca reggae, you know, I love reggae. I love soca too. I love the slow soca.
All right. So groovy soca.
Groovy soca, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Groovy soca.
There are more
All right.
vibes and easier to understand.
Yeah.
If you had to choose, no. Okay. If you had to choose between two artists that you would love, that you haven't worked with, that you would love to work with, what would one of them be? What name
Alive
of one of them?
or
Alive.
Chronics.
Okay.
Good choice.
Yes, it is a good choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Oh my gosh, we're supposed to be doing this game faster.
I thought you had
I wasn't ready. I
everything
wasn't
written down and
ready.
to go.
I wasn't ready. Okay. But all right. Trinidad Callaloo or Jamaican Callaloo?
Jamaican Callaloo. Because in Trinidad, you guys blend the Callaloo.
Yes, and we
Like
use a different leaf.
like
We use
cocoa leaf.
like Dominican. Yeah, the
Oh yeah,
Dashing-
yeah. Oh yeah,
dashing
dashing
leaf.
leaf. Yeah. Yeah,
So
but
it's Jamaican Callaloo.
yeah, okay, yeah. You know what? A good thing you guys brought that
Yeah,
up.
because they blend the Callaloo.
yes,
Right.
Yeah.
we do.
Honestly, I don't know how we do it, but I know we use the same
Yeah,
dashing
same
leaf,
as
right?
us.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
Yeah.
I never
But
did that.
I didn't know that in Jamaica they don't eat cocoa leaf. Eh?
No, they
When
don't.
the children that eat, I'm like, what?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, we make
Jamaica.
soup
Yeah.
with it
Yeah,
and all
yeah,
kinds of
yeah.
stuff, right? All right.
Yeah, it's amazing how you can be in your place and you go in a different
Yeah,
culture,
and
a
so
different
close
country, and
too,
yeah,
you know?
yeah,
Yeah.
And, yeah. All the islands have the little mad thing going.
This game.
Ooh, dancehall music or reggae music?
Reggae.
Reggae.
Okay.
Yeah, one more.
So one more.
We make this game look real bad.
I know. Our audience is probably like, "Oh my gosh!" Every week they suck
Every week
at
they
this
suck
game.
at this. The first week was alright.
All right.
You want me up here?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Music? No, that's not a fair question.
Mhm.
His old man is watching. But all right. I guess that's it for the game. You have to bust it.
You know what? We'll come back.
Thank-
we have
thank-
we have more time. We have more time.
Yeah,
We have
our new producer said we got about what 16 minutes left.
Yeah. Oh wait. There's something from okay. So Dominicans boiled the dashing leaf. Okay, so we're getting a little bit of
Yeah.
education here from the back.
I didn't know
And we
that.
put coconut milk in it the same way as Chinese.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Exco.
Mhm.
Did we ask him about collaborations? Oh, if you could, this is not like a quick hitters though. Who would you like to do collab with?
Well, whenever you do a collab with an artist, they're basically introducing you to their audience, and I will be introducing them to my audience too. You know what I mean?
Right.
So to me, you know what? Once the person is along the same line as me,
Right.
you know what I mean? As I said, even if it's not conscious, but it's a love song or you know what I mean, it can't out a line. It can't if it's not gonna sit well with me, it's not possible.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be discriminative song or you know what I mean? It have to be
something that's
gonna
be clean.
that my kids could listen to.
Right.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So would you do like a collab with like a soca artist?
Yes. I
Yeah.
would do a song with soca. As I said, because guess what? Soca music can be slapped, but they know how to fix it nice.
Yeah.
Metaphorically. And this is one of the beauty about soca music too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It can be slapped, but they do it in a metaphorical.
Yeah.
They make it think, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah.
You
That's
know
what
what I mean?
yeah.
I could hear him with like Nyla Blackman.
Mhm.
Where
Voice.
Terry
Voice.
Lyons,
I like
her
voice.
voice,
Yeah.
The
yes.
thing that unique about voice is you soca beat. Normally, when a person hears soca,
Mhm.
they're thinking
Jump and
jump
out,
on it.
yeah.
But he use that's why I really like
Yeah.
that artist because he use soca, but the message on the soca
Yes.
it's different from what you typically
Everybody
would
else.
hear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
talking about
yeah.
conscious and consciousness and
Yeah.
enlightening people
Mhm.
and the soca rhythm.
Yeah.
So the
Yes.
first time I heard that song, he did a song that I really love.
The first-
Fire go burn
them,
them.
yes.
Fire go burn them.
Yes.
That's a big
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
And for these, I don't think I've ever heard a soca song
Yeah,
with
Fireball,
that,
yeah.
with that, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
With
yeah.
fire
That
burn and
message.
burn
Yeah,
with
yeah,
that
yeah.
message.
Yeah,
I've
Yeah.
never heard it before.
Yeah.
it's true.
I think he might have been like a calypso singer before, and that's where like the calypso, the whole political
Yeah.
agenda comes from, like
Yeah.
singing calypso music as opposed to soca music. Soca music's jumping away, so he was able to blend
Yeah,
the
blend
two.
perfectly.
Yeah,
But to
Yeah.
me, the beat has nothing to do with it. It's just
No.
the wording, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? The content.
Yeah.
You know what I
Like,
mean?
like we say, melody and
Yeah.
the content for sure, and you know, beat is just a beat.
Beat is just a beat. You know what I mean? Because our music are African music. All of these music that we're singing right now is African music.
Yeah.
That's
We're
right.
African people.
True.
That's right.
Because if a pig born in a goat pen, he's still a pig.
Still a
Yes.
beat. Still a beat.
So all of these music that we're singing here is African music. We're African people.
Facts.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Facts. Facts.
Wow.
We still have 17 minutes.
We do. We have lots of questions for Exco. We can keep him here all night.
I know that's what your intentions are.
Yeah, why not?
But have you ever done anything with like a hip hop or R&B artist?
No, never.
No,
Never.
there's nobody out there in Toronto that even like spark interest.
In this R&B R&B hip hop, no. You know, I've never worked with any artists in Toronto along that line.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because remember, Esco's on
Yeah,
the conscious tip.
Yeah.
And we don't have. There are some, but
There's
not
some.
many.
There's not many.
Well, hip hop
Conscious
artists.
Hip hop,
conscious.
Oh, yeah.
not so much rap.
Well,
but hip hop.
yeah, there's not a lot that is out there,
Out there, yeah.
but there is a lot actually. I listen to them.
He does.
Yeah.
He's one himself.
You used to
Yeah.
have a group, but I don't remember them. 3 guys. They conscious rap. Yo, I
What,
don't remember
up
their
here?
name. Yeah, in Toronto. I don't remember their name.
The only group I can think of is Dream Warriors.
Dream Warriors.
Yeah, I don't remember their name,
Yes.
but those guys. No, you have some guys that would do conscious rap.
Yeah.
That is
It's very good. Yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, the radio just feeds us the
Yeah.
feed us what they want to feed us,
Exactly.
what the
That's
corporation want to use.
yeah,
right.
but it's not there out there, man.
Yeah,
They're out there.
people like Jay Wise, you know, Jay Wise,
Yes.
he do conscious
Yes.
rap too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, they're out there. That would be something a little different.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So just kind of put that out there.
I know you mentioned earlier about the audience at the Junos and mostly white people, but when you go to Europe, right, like so well, and I've seen other conscious reggae artists, and to me it's like a lot of more conscious reggae artists that are received more when they go to Europe. How do you feel like when you're in Europe performing in front of people that don't even look like you?
I've been going to Europe from 2013.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, I've traveled too much place across Europe: the Czech Republic, the Vienna, the Copenhagen, Denmark, Finland, Norway, Portugal, you name it, Barcelona, Spain, Italy. From all these places. But first, you have to understand. Remember, the music business was started in Jamaica in the 70s, like the recording, the Bob Marley, the Prince Buster, but the economical part of the music industry started off in England, in Allsden, England, London. So most of the producers from Jamaica, whenever the record is ready, they used to go England because we used to rule on the British, So they just got England. England is where the market begins, where people start to make money. So I think from England now it's just go across Europe from them time, from 70s, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if people wondering, oh, when the music known in Italy and known, remember the business part of the industry, reggae music started off in England. That's why Bob Marley traveled to England. All these, you know what I mean? Some people don't know that.
Right.
So England and Europe is the same place, you know what I mean? Just down the road. So that's how we spill over across Europe. And if you go to Europe, you realize that the young people, it just continue. Reggae music is an integral part of their life. They know all the older artists because their mother and grandmother used to go to Bob Marley show. Come up the line, you know what I mean? And they love the roots and consciousness. And that is the reason why most of some of the biggest reggae festival in the world, you will never see the dancehall artists.
Right.
You're not going to see the dancehall artists, but you're going to still see Fantan Mojo, Delusion, because those kids' parents grew up on Bob Marley, Peter Touch, coming to Europe, touring across Europe, you know what I mean? So when you go there, you get a big, like for instance, Rotterdam Reggae Festival, 40,000 people. It just don't happen overnight.
Yeah.
It's reggae music have been a part of, you know what I mean, there being over the years. There's a generation of people coming down of white people knowing that, listen, reggae, and it's not only in Europe, you know, because if you do a show in Toronto right now, and you go to Vancouver, it's a different thing.
Yeah.
The same thing. Anywhere across the West Coast, from Vancouver go across to California.
Right.
Like conscious artists like me and Kabaka, they will tell you that sometimes their worst show is on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Me can tell you that this is my experience. My worst, especially in the States, my worst show, when I say worst, I don't mean in terms of performance, like in attendance and the vibe would be on the East Coast. The New York and those people are dancer people. You know what I mean? But once you touch California, once you touch Vancouver, go right back across. Exco, Levi, Kabaka Pyramid, Chronics, Protege, that's their niche in terms of white people coming out with Bob Marley tattoo for them chests up. You know what I mean? And then putting them in a lap. Them have blacks and red, green and gold, and them buy a t-shirt. That's how they, and the same thing in Europe, you know what I mean?
Now I understand. Now I understand. You just totally educated me right there in like 2 minutes, not even, about what.
But that is foundation.
The history, the foundation.
Because it's not only that they show up to the concert, and you guys said it too, they actually have reggae bands, like
remember
pure right reggae bands.
We have the Revolution, Groundation, all these, but all the band that won the Grammy last year.
And they were trying to fight against them, but they embraced the music. And
and the thing is, you can't fight against those people. Guess what? I saw them on the road. These people touring for 3 months, and they have the fundamental reggae music, the drum and the bass and the hand section. So they might not singing what you used to singing like Lucian or Sicilian, but they have the foundation, and the foundation is drum and bass, you know what I mean, the hand section with Congo drums, and that is what those people grew up on from Bob Marley, Peter Touch days. You know what I mean?
Didn't we speak about it last week, like about where the foundation is, but also sharing our music and not just trying to hoard it to ourselves, because that simplifies things. It doesn't make us grow as a people when we try to hoard it to ourselves all the time. We need to share it with everybody.
No, but you see, one of the biggest problems we have with that now is most people from Jamaica always think of Trinidad a different place. I think of Guyana a different place. I think of Haiti a different place, and that's one of the biggest mistakes. I think that these things happen systematically to divide us. Oh, listen, Caribbean is one place. Caribbean is one place. Trinidad,
but
you say that all the time.
Is one place, but you see, I can't even blame the people because they were programmed to think that Trinidad is different for you and small island. What's small island? What is that? What is small island? Jamaica is a small island too.
Exactly.
So there you go. You want to go to show you that they were programmed. You know what I mean? White people program them and tell them say you're different people and they're different people. Like that's why you have people now who say they're not African. And I've been to Africa. I've been to Malawi, South Africa. I've been to Zimbabwe. Go to Africa. Every other face that you saw in Africa, you saw the face before. You'd be like, what?
But wrong. Next man.
You know what I mean? You saw a face. And listen, when I went to Africa, 2016, I believe, that's when it stamped up approval in me that we have all African people. Because all across Africa, I saw people who look like people who I know.
And
I was like, what is this? And I was watching Steve Harvey the other night, and he was saying the same thing. He was like, oh, if you ever been to Africa, people see like, That's a part.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I'm like, bro, listen, it is amazing. I've never seen nothing like this.
Right.
Wow.
I really 100% believe in the slave trade and the transatlantic slavery
Yeah.
going to Africa.
Yes.
I said, this is where we're from.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if you don't believe that slave trade was real and we were taken and brought to strange land,
Yeah.
go to Africa. You'll be like, that's mama.
Yeah.
That's papa. The same feature, act the same way, everything.
Wow.
Nice. Nice. Well, they say everybody have a twin somewhere.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that is blessed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, this the sharing of the music and even the culture. I mean, these are all things that they gave us, right? And then we fight each other.
Fight each other about silly things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not
Yeah.
African, they're African people. So
Yeah.
who are you?
But, you know, we had this discussion last week, and I'll just bring it up again because the funny thing about, even though we still segregated or separated as Caribbean people, for some reason the whole world has accepted reggae and everybody's all right with that.
Yeah, you see, they're right. And then if you understand, that's why I would say this, and I was telling somebody this yesterday. This is just my opinion. I think that Bob Marley is the greatest artist ever lived. And for more than reason I could use to back up what I'm saying to you. Remember, I know when Bob Marley was in the 70s, you know what I mean? I mean, Curtis Mayfield, the Lionel Richie, the Commodores,
Yeah.
they were all lovers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have James Brown.
Yes.
So just imagine. Remember, Michael Jackson will tell you that James Brown is his idol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's Bob Marley idol?
For real.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
He's
Both
just
sides.
a person, more side.
Both
you know,
sides. That's all they sing about.
So for a
Yeah.
person to come, for a person to just come, take up his guitar,
Yeah.
and the level of consciousness, like remember when Bob Marley opened for the Commodores in Madison Square Garden,
Mhm.
everybody who attended that concert were going to hear a love show.
Yeah.
Because this is the Commodore, this is Lionel Richie. So
Yeah.
everybody going to hear with them flowers, them baby, and them darling. And when Bob Marley performed, nobody know when they hear the Commodores. And
Yeah.
then guess what? It's not like him go on the stage or sing, trying to fit in by singing love song because it's a love
Yeah.
audience.
Yeah.
He went
Do
on the
his
stage
stuff.
and said, "Cold Ground was my bed last night."
Yes.
Rock, and everybody's like,
Wow.
"We've never heard this
Anything,
level of
yeah,
consciousness
yes.
before." You know what I mean?
It's true.
So,
It's true.
you know what I mean? He
It's
didn't try to put himself
Yeah.
in the Commodore shoes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he never differ from his message. You know what I mean? He open
Mhm.
the sleeping consciousness of the masses.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he let people see things different.
Mhm.
One love, one art. It don't have to be intimate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody never have that message
Yeah.
in that
Facts.
time. You know what I
So
mean? That
true.
about the level of consciousness there,
Yeah.
where people are afraid to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I say, what? Madison Square Garden? I'm not
Mhm.
gonna see nothing about these things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The-
Follow
Yeah, yeah.
They follow,
Follow,
you know,
yeah.
follow the trend because I
That's
know that
right.
the Commodore is coming up.
Yeah.
And for him to go and take that platform and sing what lays in what he truly believes in and about his struggle and the unification of people,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he make everybody's like, who is this?
Mhm.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that proved to me that this man is a one soul that Jack created that
Mhm.
cannot be recreated.
I believe
Yeah.
he's the best artist we've ever seen.
I'm telling you.
Period.
Yeah.
And then I've been not
Yeah.
saying that because we are Jamaican and we're
No, it's facts.
look
It's
for what
facts.
he believes
Yeah.
in. You know what I mean?
It's facts.
He believe in something and he put it in the world
Yeah.
accept
Yeah.
what he believe in. You know what
I
I mean?
also think
Mhm.
him being biracial as
That
well
helped.
had a lot to do with
Yeah,
it
bridge the
because
Yeah.
He
bridge the gap.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I was gonna go somewhere with this, but I'm not even gonna go
No.
there.
But
That's for another
biracial.
show.
The
Yeah.
person can come and say, listen, I'm not black, I'm not white. I'm on
Yeah,
nobody's
that's-
side.
Exactly.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you about the level of consciousness
Yeah.
that by saying these things,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, without fear,
Yeah.
without nothing, don't think about nothing about we progress. It's just when it comes to weed. Bob Marley and Peter have been talking about weed, even when they beat him, but they just hold firmly to what they believe in.
Yeah.
Yep, and look
That's
at
it.
where
And
we
look at
are
what it
today.
become. They beat Peter touching halfway tree,
Yeah.
beat him in the head for a spliff.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have to cut out him locks
Yeah.
to stitch him head for a spliff.
But
Yeah.
So they never differ. You have to rate these people, you know what I mean?
Facts.
The next artist that you have to rate is an artist called Fela Kuti from South Africa, from Africa.
Mhm.
Okay.
He's the father for
Mhm.
Afrobeat.
Mm.
Okay.
Fela Kuti. Then when they perform
Fela
on stage in a social jazz
Yeah.
with a full band.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this is Bob Marley consciousness is the
Yeah.
same thing,
Right.
but in
Yeah.
Afro style.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And them when they live and dead, holding on to them consciousness, holding to what they believe.
Mhm.
Police kill them and mom. In South Africa, Googling Fela Kuti. You know what I mean? He's the father of Afrobeat.
Yeah.
Everything that you saw Burna Boys are doing,
Mhm.
that's
That's
his
it.
thing. He's the one. He's a
Okay.
master musician.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Fela Kuti. He's like the biggest Afro artist ever. He's the founder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And consciousness again.
Mhm.
Even though he's singing an Afrobeat that is BPM is high and where he was putting
Yeah.
conscious message and rebelling against the system,
Right.
rebelling against apartheid, you know what I mean? Within his rap, and he never changed. And the world know him because of that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh man.
You learned something new tonight, didn't you?
I learned a lot tonight. Oh my gosh. I wasn't ready for this.
Yeah. Well, there goes your extra 17 minutes. Which
Yes.
That was actually good because you know get some information there.
Thank you so
always
much.
good.
Let's go for your
Right.
time and for
So,
this education that we have, you know.
So you see Afrobeat lovers, you get somebody else to go check up this.
Yeah, man.
Snub.
Fela Kuti,
Yeah,
FELAKUTI.
I'm gonna look that up too because I do a lot of Afrobeats thing myself. Fela Kuti.
Fela Kuti.
Well, sir, can we leave now, man?
Yes.
We can?
Yes.
Alright.
Yes.
I gotta thank you, Exco, for joining us. Another educational moment. The vibes was nice. Learned a lot about you, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So congratulations on the nominees and the many wins.
Yes,
Mhm.
and what is to
And
come.
what is to come? May 26th, right?
Yeah,
May
I Priest
26th.
Music Festival. Make sure you guys turn out. As I said, this is my first year. I'm looking forward for the support.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Ticket is already on sale on eventbrite.com.
Okay.
So I'm just looking for the support. As I said, this is my first time keeping my own festival,
Right.
High Priest Music. So if you love live music, organic live music,
Yes.
is the place to be.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
We will be there.
we will be there for
Yeah,
sure.
keep that
Mhm.
up.
And to support the vibe. So you guys definitely come out and support the vibes May 26th. I'm pretty sure we'll talk about it
Yeah.
later on. And you guys that's following Dissect, you know how we do. Once the guests come here, we promote this
Promote it.
stuff. So you guys will definitely see that. All right. So Exco, thanks for joining us, man. It's a pleasure.
Bless up.
If you want to big up anybody or you just want to give out your social media handles, then
Yeah, you could follow Exco Levi at excolevimusic.com, EXCOLEVI, and all platforms. EXCOLEVI. And I want you to follow the High Priest Music Festival page also. So it's at High Priest Music Festival. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, I follow the vibe. Yeah, man, all the time.
nice. That is it. So
Thank you.
we have a video for next week's guest.
Mhm.
That should be ready. And you guys have a blessed week, a blessed weekend. Thank you, Exco, again for joining us. I go by the name of Novelist.
And I am Joel.
And we'll see you guys next week. All right. You guys have a blessed week, blessed weekend. Stay tuned for the video.
Peace.
As I was saying, this is Kurt Diamond. I just want to let you know that on March 25th, I will be on Dissect. So tune in 7 p.m. I'll be on scene. Upward. Listen.